So, for those of you who don't know about that joke, the drummer of In Flames, gave us a shout out and said, "Go check out my boys, Rob, Jeremy, and Jade." So apparently, I'm a boy now. So I just got to try to, perfect my gangsta lean. Got to do a little crotch grabbing. I got to make it legit now. Apparently, one of the boys.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
Oh,
I
well,
think
damn.
I think boys is gender neutral. I'd say
As
Okay.
long as it's
That
spelled
they-
with a
they-
Z.
they-
If it's spelled with a
guys.
Z at the end, Boyz. Yeah,
There you go.
that's
So
gender.
is it my voice? Do I have to talk like this?
Yes, you
Did
do.
that pass?
Yeah, you
No?
do.
Yeah, just a little bit more bass in your voice there.
Damn, I can't go that.
Just a little bit.
Hey guys, is that better? I can't. I can't. Hey.
That wasn't bad. So, for everybody listening, I would like to just take a moment and to read the about section of your website. Authentic Mosh Apparel. Authentic Mosh Apparel is the gap that the rock and metal scene has been missing. Where a metal show is so, I'm sorry, where a metal show is so is a mosh pit. Moshing has been around as long as our music has existed. Very true statement. Authentic Mosh Apparel strives to be something more than the negative stereotype that surrounds our community. I want to be free of judgment and stigma that unfortunately surrounds us, as well as the grit and determination to say, fuck your judgment, along with being proud to show our real colors, whether it be at home, dinner, or where we are most comfortable at a show. Authentic Mosh Apparel stands above classless judgments of race, sex, creed, political views, or religion, to stand as one and be proud of the music that we listen to and the chaos of the shows that we go to. 0% nonsense, 0% bullshit, 0% drama.
Love it.
Bro. Fucking mic drop.
At the time when I made that, it was like just this corny thing of I need to have an about section, but I just said what was on my mind. You know what I mean?
That's a mission statement.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
that goes off the thing of that goes off the thing. Like, I'm not the guy that's gonna bullshit you. I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, oh, did you hear so and so is fucking so and so and all this other shit?
Right.
Fuck that. That's not a part of me. Not anymore. You know.
So this is Russ.
Hey, I'm Kyle Allagood. I'm in a band with Russ.
I'm the singer. Kyle is the drummer, I believe. So.
Yeah, they let me play drums. It's great. Yeah.
They let you play drums.
Yeah. I'm lucky they still let me play drums.
So, first off, congratulations. You're our very first band to be live on Off the Record. So
yeah, we didn't
it's
know.
an honor.
Yeah,
It's
we
an
didn't know
honor
until
to
we
be
got here.
an
This
honor
is
band.
great.
Yeah.
This is great. The setup is awesome. You guys are going to do a lot of great stuff here.
Yeah, I mean,
hope
to
so.
bands that are on this podcast in the future, you're going to love it. There's even a bar there for you. So.
Whoa, there's a
Yeah.
full bar here, and it was just full service. You know what I mean? It's like a B&B.
Jeeves, get with it, Jeeves.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're giving away our secret shit.
I know. See, now it's an official podcast.
No parties here.
Well, I didn't sign like an NDA or anything. You know what I mean? Just like, there's a body outside.
Yeah, make notes, Jade. Make notes. I'm good.
Like, don't tell bands to say. Yeah.
We'll have to get on that.
Yeah, definitely.
We played this show. You remember the show where I told them that we were the most sober band in town? I told this. I'm not even gonna say the club because I don't want to do all that. But no, I went up to the manager. I was like, we are the most sober band in town. You know, we have this, we have it together, you know. And then I proceed to just get absolutely smashed
Shit house.
before the show.
Yes.
And I'm like, I mean, I tripped and fell. Like I was
Oh.
loose enough to where I was doing the Mick Jagger, you know.
Yeah.
walking back like this.
Yeah.
And then and like I catch a cable on the heel of my foot and just eat it.
Yeah.
And then like in the rest of this song, I just Tebow up. Like I just do the Tebow right there on one knee.
Right.
Sing like probably 2 more minutes just in Tebow, full Tebow position.
Well,
Yeah, it was bad.
from
man.
my position, basically what happens is like Hunter and I kind of like check in with each other regularly.
Mhm.
Like we just make eye contact. Like, are you good? Yeah. Are you good? Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Everything's good. But I don't check in with Russ that often. Like I'll say like a third of the time that I check in with Hunter, I'll make sure it's like, is Russ still standing? Yeah. and so we're good, right? He's upright and he still has a microphone. So like I checked in with Russ, everything was cool. He was still singing. I look over, I'm playing, everything's fine. I look back over, and this is the second fucking time you've done this to me, where you just disappeared from the front of from my vision, but I still heard you singing, right? The first time was when I had that huge, I used to have a marching kick drum that was like 28 inches. Remember that like house party we played, like randomly, again, shit house?
Yeah.
Russ disappeared, still heard him singing, and eventually I like peered over and he was like huddled in front of my kick drum, like full fucking Gollum, like in front of my kick drum, right? So that's the first time. Second time is this gig where we're the most sober band you know. And and yeah, so I just want to be in your head for that like decision making moment of like, okay, I fell over. Like these are facts. This happened. I'm down.
It's funny
Right.
that Kyle thinks I have a decision making.
Yeah,
Because it's really more instinctual. You know, it's like, hey, just say the words.
Well, the instinct was just like, cause I didn't know you T-bowed because I always had it in my head that you like Burt Reynolds on like a bearskin rug kind of
Missed
thing.
opportunities.
Yeah,
man. Missed
yeah. But you
opportunities.
T-bowed and you stayed T-bowed for the rest of the song because we weren't even like halfway through fucking verse 2. You know, there was still a bridge and everything else still to go in whatever song we were playing. But I mean, I was happy that you got back up. I was a little confused, but you know, at this point, I just kind of go with it. Again, don't have the mental capacity to like sit here and be like, "What the fuck is Russ doing?" It's more like Russ is doing that.
Yeah.
So while we were all standing around, we were waiting for the podcast to start. You had some pretty badass things to say about Our Final Feud, and obviously, unfortunately, could not be here with us tonight. They are recording, but what was your experience when you were recording with Our Final Feud?
Those kids are crazy talented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for as young as they are, they're doing all the right things. Like when I was their age, I was not doing any of the right things to be in a band. It was party and play music. These guys are, I mean, it's, you know, that's why I did the recording for them. Cause I told Colton, I was like, kind of see myself in these guys. I wish I was what they were doing when I was that young. They're very smart, know what they want, and they're going to do big things for sure.
You said they walked in the studio and it was like just one take.
Yeah. So I record a lot of drummers, and this kid was insane. I mean, one take on an electronic kit, and he nailed the entire song in one take. I've never done that with any drummer ever. And Kai came in, he played guitar and bass, one take, you know. They did go back and put little pieces in that they thought kind of lacked, but I was like, dude, I thought it was great from the get-go. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're crazy. I mean,
Trust me,
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I got stuck in my head mastering games.
Yeah, so I mean, so I mixed it and I sent it to Joey to master it for me because I suck at mastering. So,
and you know, it was the same way with Colton too.
Yeah,
because he came over to my house to do the vocals because Josh was in a transition period of moving and stuff, and I mean, he knocked it out of the park right off the rip.
Yeah,
you know, it was awesome.
It's pretty crazy, man. Because I mean, like I said, at that age, maybe it was a different time too, but I was never wanting to be as professional as those guys want to be, which is great for them because they're already on the right track. I mean, fuck, I'm 37 and we're just now getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe too late for us, but
you can tell they're dedicated.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
We had the opportunity to play in their first show was with us and Redrawn.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that was pretty cool to see them their first time on stage, on the Tiki stage, actually.
Yeah.
So you guys were talking about your writing process for Ember Fading. What is it like for your guys' writing process? Is it like you guys just show up and throw something together, or is it planned? Or
Well,
Sebby laughs.
A lot of the times I come up with just like a melody.
Okay.
But every song's been kind of different. I'll come up with just a melody, and I'll record my melody on like a voice memo.
Yeah.
And I'll play it for the guys, and then like I always say, they're the real musicians. I just hum a melody to them,
Right.
and they fucking make a song out of it.
Yeah,
that's fucking intense.
Right. So what was that
awesome.
like?
I think like one of the funniest like songwriting processes, like you can take Immortal Sun for example.
Mm-hmm.
He showed us like the melody for like the chorus and everything, and we kind of thought, oh yeah, like a nice like maybe ballad type of song, like throw a nice slow backbeat.
Yeah.
And then I kind of had the idea, like when hearing the chord progression Connor Shan came up with. Basically, the chord progression just runs down like the minor scale, like all the way from 1, skips the nasty chords, like let's say maybe like 3 and 4. It goes, I think, like 1, 6, 5, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, flat 3, 1. And
Speak English, you fucking Jesus Christ!
You need to hang out with Jeremiah.
So like, I mean, it sounded like a normal like chord progression, like just in a descending manner. And I thought, you know what? Like, because I'd been listening to like Iron Maiden earlier that day. I was like, I really like the galloping, like doing like a lot of their music.
Yep.
Like, and you don't really hear that like anymore, like the galloping. Everybody
You
just
really
like,
don't.
play as fast as you can.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, we should gallop like each like like each chord like in the chord progression, and that's how it kind of like came to be the song. But we still kept like the halftime and like the verses kind of have like a good rhythmic like dynamic going on.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
So how did you approach him with that idea?
With the
You just started singing the melody.
yeah, I'll
Just started singing the melody?
I'll sing the
Really? Wow.
melody to them over the microphone.
Wow.
Kind of just a do 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 do,
That's
And
crazy.
they come up with. They're like,
So it's just
they're
something
like,
that you've
okay.
heard in your head, and you're
Just
like,
what I
this
have in
is-
my head.
Wow.
I had written
That's
the
wild.
lyrics out already to this song, which Immortal Sun's about vampires.
Right.
So yeah, and they just they run with it.
That's
And
wild.
even with our new
Yeah, it
bass
is.
player, Rushi, he doesn't have the finesse that Connor did, but he has this punchy like metal
Right.
fucking bass playing to him.
Nice.
So our new stuff that we started writing is a little bit heavier
That's awesome.
than
I like it already.
than what we've written in the past.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna, when the songs are done, I think they're gonna be
That's just crazy
incredible.
to be able to think inside your head. Like I always have a hard time writing my own songs of taking what I have in my head, and I can hear a whole song in my head, but I cannot transcribe it to guitar, bass, drums, and all that. But for you to do that and just share that little bit of information to you and the rest of your band, and they write it from there, and it's like, yep, that was in my head. Like that's
Well,
I've
guess
heard
what,
it.
motherfuckers?
I've heard it the other way around, where the band comes up with music, and then the vocalist kind of has a melody in their head, and then writes lyrics according to the melody.
Right.
But that's the exact opposite
Yeah.
of what you're doing.
Right. Well, like with Over Again, Jarrett came up with the original riff to that.
Okay.
And then I just, played off that. Me and him kind of, put things together and then brought it to the rest of the band, and then they finished it. And but all the other songs, pretty much, it was just me humming something, and these guys just ran with it.
I mean,
That's crazy.
I do like to think like there is such a thing as like I call them cheese chord progressions. Like they're really easy, and like just goes back to like me drumming. Like the best thing to do is like to listen. Same thing with like writing music and chord progressions, in my opinion. Like the Abyss, for example, is honestly like harmonically like a cheese like chord progression, in my opinion. It is like the main riff. The main riff is literally the same chord progression as like Tool's Sober. A lot of like metal bands, like during the breakdown, to make stuff really, really heavy, it's literally just your one chord, which is your tonic chord, or like it could be O on the guitar, and then the first fret, which would be considered your flat 2.
Yeah.
That's used like so much all the time. In
Yeah.
the right context, you can make it sound as original as you want it to.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
you are a genius. I want to hang out with you more for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're gonna
Gosh,
change
like,
numbers.
yeah,
I don't know how to say it like that, but I can play it.
Yeah.
I just saying I don't know how to play guitar.
I'm pretty disappointing because I'm starting humming songs, and you motherfuckers are writing them.
What was it that you said? You were.
Well, I mean, being on stage myself, you're always tripping over shit.
Mhm.
And then trying to hold that camera as steady as it was, looked like it was gliding through, and you can see all the chords and everything wrapped up.
Yeah.
Bobby's chords
That
laying
can
everywhere.
be that in itself is very challenging because you do have to be aware of their equipment up there, their amps, their spare guitars, basses, whatnot, and all the cables and cords. And you really have to pay attention to it. The last thing I want to do is bust my ass.
I was gonna ask, have you ever gone
big
crashing through a
crowds.
drum set or some shit?
You're right. So
It
you
comes around.
really have to be aware of your surroundings. And even if you get like when you got full access on stage and you get behind the guys, you really got to watch them, make sure that they don't bump into you. You know, you stick your hand out there and let them know that you're there.
And most of the time, they're not paying attention to you at all.
Right, exactly.
They probably don't even notice you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
And it can be very challenging and very a little stressful trying to keep track of everything and then trying to watch a monitor on the camera
Right.
and trying to get the shots that you want.
Not catch a drumstick upside the head.
Right, exactly. Bump into an I-beam or
Who let the old guy on stage?
I treat it like it's the Ronies, man. Like it's Corona. I just stay 6 feet away from everything.
Right,
I
try
don't even
to.
like. Guys are always like, "You can come right up on the stage." I'm like, I don't really want to, man. There's a lot of expensive stuff up there.
Right.
Not to mention, there's like 200 metalheads out there, and they're gonna be real pissed if I mess up this show. You know.
You guys have a couple. You guys have a couple different wars going on.
Yeah, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, let's talk about a couple of them. Since you're one of the generals.
So I'm pretty sure it's just between me and Mason. But those guys just happen to practice in the same storage rental place as we do, and it's like 5 units down, so it wasn't even like hard to find them. And so just started putting stickers on there. Trial by Stone stickers. They had like Thunder the Snake stickers on, and like 27 South stickers on their door. So it was like, well, I guess you need some Trial by Stone stickers. And then like sent Mason a picture of that, and I was like, fucking game on. And so the next time we get to practice, there's a bunch of fucking Thunder the Snake stickers with these little green tabs that say for rectal use only. Like all like over like our lock and shit like that too. So I've picked up some ammunition for the next one, which I showed you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when they go to load out for this weekend, they might have something waiting for them.
Some extra stickers. That's right. Besides the dad bods, which they started, I do believe, right? The dad bod competition.
Yeah. And then
It just came out of the blue, just preemptive dad bod strike.
Yeah, I was at work yesterday and saw that yesterday morning at like 7:00. And I was like, well, you got to fucking respond to something like this. So I was like, I grabbed one of my coworkers. I was like, yo, dude, take off my shirt and run around stupid. Just like shoot me with the hose. And that was actually the second take that we did, because the first one he did, he just like shot me like right in the nuts. Like that was like all he was doing. It was like into my ass. And it's like, it was like, but like it's like you can't hear shit in the brewery, so like you couldn't really hear anything I was saying.
Yeah.
And like for the second was like, can you just like not shoot me in the nuts the whole time, man? And because he's like filming and he's got the hose, so he's like trying to like. But it's like I went to pay rent yesterday. All my money in my wallet was wet. I'm giving my landlord wet money.
Sorry, my Band-Aid scraped my crotch.
I swear it's not piss.
She just shrugged and said, "Titty sweat." What are you gonna do?
But I just saw fucking. I didn't realize they responded as well, and it was pretty fucking genius.
Well,
Yeah.
we tried. We tried, and I think I agree. It didn't have much to do with dad bods, except for the fact that I had my belly popping out.
Well, that's the thing that we were going for. This is the dad bod that's representing Falls Chase.
Yeah, me and Harry got some decent dad bods, but
we got the best.
Barely hanging on by a thread. I see the doubt behind your breaks my heart. I cause emotion that set forth the flame. I wish that I could go back and set it right. It hasn't always been bad. So many good times we've had. I promise no lies. Will ever cross my lips again? I promise this time I'll take the time to listen. I guess I'll move on without you here next to me. But I want you to know how much I'm regretting all of our lies. The coldness in your heart is settled in. The choices I have made have done me in. I make an effort every day. Everything I can do just to change. It hasn't always been bad. So many good times we've had. I promise no lies will ever cross my lips again. I promise this time I'll take the time to listen. I guess I'll move on without you here next to me. But I want you to know how much I'm regretting all of our lives. I promise no lies will ever cross my lips again. I promise this time I'll take the time to listen. I guess I'll move on without you here next to me. But I want you to know how much I'm regretting all of our lives. Thank God.
So 2 count or 4 count? No, 4 count. 4 count? Yeah, good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Feels like we're drowning.